Colleague Rudabeh Shahbazi is joining me here. And Rudabeh, you've seen some of those economic changes that are happening in Cuba firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely. And the tourism is a big topic to discuss. We're told an estimated 10 million Americans are expected to visit Cuba every year. And Elliot, that's on top of the tourists from around the world who have already been coming here. And to give you an idea, 61,000 hotel rooms on the entire island. So you can imagine the strain that's going to have. So while the U.S. government loosens restrictions on travel, the obstacle now may be the infrastructure. Swarms of buses making their way through the narrow old streets of Havana and crowds of tourists checking in at hotel lobbies, indications of the massive influx of visitors here to see Cuba before McDonald's and Starbucks beat them to it. Here at Havana Libre Hotel, manager Yvonne Tapia says they're booked solid for the next 3 months.
It's a little difficult to get around here.
The government sending away many visitors this week out of Havana and to the beaches to relieve the infrastructure. Tessie Aral, who runs a charter company for cultural exchanges to Cuba, now recommends booking 6 months to a year in advance.
We doubled the amount of hotels and ground services from 2014 to 2015. We had I would say an 80% increase on how many hotels, cars, ground transportation, coordination of travel. And in 2016, we're looking at incrementing from 15, another 45 to 50%.
Hotel chain Starwood just signed a deal to renovate and run 3 hotels in Cuba. Marriott also has the green light. CEO Arnie Sorensen is here on the island, attending meetings to discuss his next move.
But there's a sense of history here, of culture, of architecture. It's close, and so people want to come. We'd obviously like to be here to welcome them when they come.
All of this is trickling down to the private sector as well. Mauro Rossini and his Cuban wife moved to Havana from Italy, where they opened a restaurant out of their home, known in Cuba as a paladar. I've seen many changes in the restaurant business here in Cuba, he says. I see many Cuban families are now coming to eat. Before, it was mostly tourists. Cuban families couldn't afford to eat at a place like this.
Rudabeh Shahbazi and Elliot Rodriguez live for us in Havana.